To do these problems using your calculator, it's really important that you need to know what you're typing in. But once you know that, you're going to press second and then this button that says VARS, and you're going to choose option number 2 that says normal CDF. Do not use normal PDF, you'll get the wrong answer, so it is very important that you use option 2. And then it's going to ask you to plug in your lower bounds, upper bounds. The third thing down, it's a Greek letter called mu, and it stands for mean. And then the fourth thing down is sigma, and we're using S for standard deviation, but that's what those things mean. So we're going to type these things in. For part A, our lower bound was negative 1,000. What they have right here is basically negative 1 times 10 to the 99th power. So this is like scientific notation for a really, really tiny number. I'm going to type in negative 1,000 so that you get the same answers that you see that I wrote when you watch the first part of the screen, the office mix. So I typed in my lower bound. I'm going to press enter. My upper bound is 72. Press enter. The mean is 73.5. Enter. And the standard deviation is 2.25. And then you hit enter twice actually, and then it puts this up on the screen. And this is how I actually wrote it out in the notes to the left. So if you're wondering why it looked different than it did before, this is why. So then you press enter one more time, so enter 3 times total. And this is the big long decimal that it gave you. I rounded it to 4 decimal places, so that's why I said it was 0.2525. So that was the first one. I'll do parts B and C. You can stop watching if you feel like you understand. So I'm going to go to second VARS, down to option 2. This time my lower bound is 76. My upper bound, I'm going to put in positive 1,000. And then my standard deviation and mean are the same, so I can just basically keep hitting enter until it gives me my answer. And again, I rounded this to 0.1333 because the 6 would round the 2 up, 2 or 3. So that's where I got part B's answer. And then lastly, second VARS, option 2. And rather than using the arrows, you could actually just press the number 2 and it would take you to the same thing. My lower bound was 70, upper bound is 74. Mean and standard deviation are the same, so you just keep hitting enter until you get your percent. So 0.5280 was our answer, and then we converted that into a percent.